So I'm getting ready to head out to work, only to realize I did not talk about Saw, which is insane because this is now the Saw franchise is not, I wouldn't call it one of my favorite horror franchises, right? But as horror as horror movies go, if you look at them, there's never really been a terrible Saw movie, with the exception of the Book of Saw, that Spiral movie. That movie was predictable. It was boring. It was bland. There really was nothing worth talking about with that movie. And if you acted like it didn't exist, it wouldn't affect the rest of the movies, which all pretty much, say what you will about the Saw movies, timeline wise they line up really well, and they all have something different to offer. Now for me, I've always been a fan of the first couple Saw movies, and the rest, they're okay. I've seen them all, but nothing really stood out to me the way the first two movies stood out, which is why I enjoyed this one so much, because what Saw X does is it gets back to the basics of why people like these movies, which is John Kramer, which is Amanda, which is really intriguing, for want of a better word, really messed up traps. But again, the drama, the thrills, the tension, that's what people were attracted to, the mystery of it all. Now, by now we're this far in, there's not much mystery left. So what they do is they take us back. This movie takes place, the story takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. So we're back with John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, but this is him trying to fight off death, right? This is a man who is all about appreciating the life that you have, because he himself doesn't have much of it left. He has a brain tumor, cancer, and he is trying to figure out how to save himself. He finds these people who promise a cure, and it turns out the entire thing is a con. Everybody involved is conning him, and the funny thing about this is you sympathize with this character. You don't really find that in horror movies that often. But this is a movie where, while you may not approve of what he's doing, you could completely sympathize with John Kramer. And the reason for that here especially is the story it's very grounded, it's very singular. We see there's such a good build up. The writing here is really good. There's such a good lead up to why he's going to not torture, but he's going to judge these people. He's going to be their judge, jury, executioner if he needs to be, because of what they've done. This is, in the past there've been some people where you feel like, did they really deserve all of that? I remember there was one, I can't remember which Saw it was, the one with the guy who pretended he was a victim of Jigsaw, and then his wife paid the price. She died so horribly, guys. Come on, she didn't deserve that, and there are some instances of characters feeling like they didn't quite deserve what was happening to them. So here you definitely can enjoy what you're seeing. Terrible words to be using for what these people are going through, but yeah, you can sit there and feel like this is justified, because these are terrible people. So yeah, I really enjoyed the stripped down nature of this. It doesn't have a bunch of side plots and all of that. They bring back what's her name, Shauna, who plays Amanda. Forgive me, I am spazzing on her name. She, watching their relationship, watching their dynamic, it's always been one of the stronger aspects of the Saw franchise. And it was great to see her. She doesn't have that much to do, but what she does so well. As well as, of course, the actor who plays Tobin Bell, who plays John Kramer, nails it as usual. This man with his gravelly voice, he's just so good in this role, so memorable, and he has become so iconic as this character. The people involved in what happens to them, even there was actually one person I felt, one or two people I actually felt a bit sorry for. I won't give it away, but I will say, brain self done brain surgery and radiation. Those are the two people that I kind of felt sympathy for, but overall, this is one of the best Saw films we've seen in a long, long time. It gets back to what it is we liked about these movies in the first place. It really trims all of the fat. The traps are fantastic. Oh my gosh, it's so brutal but so innovative. And yeah, all I say is, if you've enjoyed the Saw movies, if you've been waiting to see them get back to the greatness that was maybe the first three Saw movies, when it was at its strongest, this definitely does that. And it's amazing, really, when you think about, this is Saw X. It's you don't expect it to be this good, but it really, really is.